Hello, my name is Thiago Guardia. Welcome to this presentation. Thank you very much for watching it. Today I'll be talking about honeybees, apitherapy, and human longevity. So let's get started with some facts about aging and longevity. Here are these graphs depicting how humans have been in general extending lifespan over the past centuries. On the left, we see that in the 1800s, life expectancy was around 45 years old, and on the right, the projections indicate that life expectancy will vary from 60 to almost 90 years old over the next decades. The science of aging and longevity is still evolving, and one of the main references in this field is Dr. David Sinclair, which has his brilliant career in the field of biology of aging and translational medicine for aging. His work is dedicated to increase our understanding about what contributes to aging and how to prevent it. According to his projections, next generations will continue to gradually experience an extended lifespan, and many people will be able to live beyond 100 years old with a very good level of health. According to his research, the main cause of aging has to do with epigenetic changes. So basically, changes in the expression of our genes is what is associated with great impact in the physiology and longevity of our physical body. And a very important aspect of epigenetics is that the expression of our genes is greatly impacted by our lifestyle. So this means that the lifestyle choices that we make, so the food we eat, how much we exercise, the quality of our sleep, the environment we live in, among other factors, are in the end of the day what mainly determines how long we are going to live. And of course, when we think about honeybees and longevity, we kind of automatically think about the longevity of the queen honeybee. The biological development of honeybees is such an incredible demonstration of the effects epigenetics and lifestyle factors have over longevity. In this case, the main lifestyle factor involved is diet. So both the worker honeybee and the queen honeybee are female bees that have the same genome. However, during the early development stages, nutrition is what triggers the expression of different genes, which in turn will determine whether the larva of the bee will become a worker honeybee or a queen honeybee. So the same genotype become a very different phenotype due to nutrition. The queen honeybee can live somewhere between 3 to 5 years old, while the worker honeybee lives around 3 to 6 weeks. This means that the queen honeybee can live around 80 times more than a worker honeybee due to nutrition and other lifestyle factors. So the cells of the human body also have the same kind of epigenetic mechanisms. Of course, humans will not suddenly start living 80 times more by just incorporating a healthy lifestyle, because there are differences between species, of course, but the essential epigenetic mechanisms, such as DNA methylation, for example, are quite similar between bees and humans. Thus, the lifestyle we live is determining the expression of our genes, which in turn influence how long and how healthy we will live. Some studies have also demonstrated that royal jelly and its components have improved health span and extended lifespan in different species, and the mechanisms associated with such effects are also starting to be mapped. There are also some studies on the longevity of beekeepers. So there's this popular concept that beekeepers tend to live longer, And this particular study demonstrated that the telomeres of the genes of beekeepers are longer than the ones from non-beekeepers, and that longer telomeres were associated with longer periods of consumption of the products of honeybees. Thus, this study indicates that regular consumption of the products of the beehive might be beneficial to telomere length maintenance, which in turn is associated with longevity. One of the greatest challenges associated with aging and longevity is that as people are living longer, neurodegenerative diseases, cognitive decline, and dementia are spreading worldwide. And this is one of the main health-related challenges humanity are facing right now. Over the past few years, I did have the opportunity to learn and do some research about the effects of aging in the brain and cognition. On this slide, there are some pictures of the article from my master's degree in neuroscience my colleagues and I published about the neuroprotective effects of oral consumption of royal jelly. So very briefly, we found that regular consumption of royal jelly reversed some of the neurodegenerative process associated with aging, in addition to improved memory. I won't get into details here due to time restrictions, but essentially our results and the results from other studies on the same topic support this idea that royal jelly can be considered a very good supplement for brain health and cognitive longevity. In my PhD, I had this opportunity to study the importance of lifestyle factors for preserving brain and cognitive health during the process of aging. And there on the right, there is a kind of homework for those who want to live longer and live better. So according to many references in the field, physical activity, nutrition, sleep, social life, cognitive engagement, and management of both physical and mental health conditions are considered the factors that influence the most both brain and cognitive health, in addition, of course, to support longevity in general. Apitherapy is this ancient and science-based healing practice that has been used to support human health for millenniums. Many ancient civilizations used to approach bees for healing purposes, and there were a variety of practices, rites, ceremonies associated with that. And the development of apitherapy as a practice in modern medicine is also quite interesting as well. And nowadays, there are literally thousands of scientific papers about the therapeutic properties of the products of the beehive. And as you can see, all the products of the beehive have many functional properties that promotes health and recover our health, thus supporting longevity and quality of life. It's also important to highlight that respiratory issues are among the leading causes of death according to the World Health Organization. This data is before the pandemic, and as we know, taking care of our respiratory health has become even more important nowadays. And then there is this incredible technique called beehive air therapy, in which people breathe the air of beehives for therapeutic purposes. Beehive air therapy can be very effective for treating respiratory issues, and that's also one of my topics of research. This is a relatively recent modality of therapy that has been gaining great popularity over the past few years. And this is because this therapy really works. It works really well. Many people are getting really better from their conditions. And last year we had an entire event that was all about this therapy. The event was organized by Dr. Stephanie Stengasu, Betty from Bikura System, and I. We already started to do some investigations on the pharmacology of behavior therapy, and we plan to start publishing materials about it next year. And for the next year, we also are starting to plan an international clinical study to document the efficiency of this therapy. So as I mentioned, many people are getting better from different conditions, many successful anecdotal cases. And now we want to take a step further by doing scientific research, and to publish the results. It's also important to highlight that behavior therapy, the benefits of behavior therapy goes beyond our physical body. When we breathe the air of the beehive, we are not only absorbing that incredible combination of beneficial molecules that are inside the hive that comes from the products of the hive. When we breathe the air of the beehive with the proper intention and technique, we can also absorb a great amount of life force that the bees keep inside the hive. Bees are those enlightened beings that are intimately connected to the energy of the sun. The sun is the great source of energy, warmth, and that sustain life in this planet. And bees carry this direct connection to the life force, to the source of life inside the hive. So when we breathe the air of the beehive with this intention of connecting to the source of life, connecting to life force, open to expand our consciousness, the results are strongly expanded. During the last summer, I had the opportunity to do some experiments and do some very special therapeutic sessions in which we explored the applications of different pranayams associated with sound healing as well. And the benefits are greatly expanded. So it's my great goal to develop this combination of behavior therapy and subtle practices of breathing and pranayams and sound healing, and continue to spread the benefits of this practice. The results were incredible, and please feel free to get in touch if you are interested in knowing more about it. So this is the last slide of my presentation, and this slide itself has materials for a sequence of presentations and can guide the development of different initiatives. But here, very briefly, I just want to mention that we can establish a healing relationship with honeybees from different levels of perceptions, different levels of intentions, different levels of consciousness. And establishing this healing relationship with bees goes beyond just healing our own bodies. It can help us heal how humanity exists on this planet. It can help us heal our relationships with others, our relationship with ourselves, our relationship with our planet, and not only support longevity of our own physical body, but also support the longevity of our species on this planet. So interacting with bees allow us to have a better perception of the natural world. It help us establish a deeper connection with nature. And it also helps us establish a deep relationship with our soul. So I thought it was important to conclude this presentation that beyond the longevity of our body, interacting with bees can enlighten our consciousness and support the development and longevity of humanity as a unity. So thank you very much for watching to this presentation, and feel free to get in touch in case you have any questions or are interested in interacting with me about any one of those topics. Here are the main channels you can find me online, and thank you very much. Namaste.